Hello everyone. My name is Anthony and I'm your host. Our contestants are Angel Hernandez, Karen Hernandez, Crystal Avila, Juan Zapien. These 4 contestants will try to guess which blocks are the correct ones. If they land on the wrong blocks, they solve a super hard math problem. If they solve it correctly, they win. The goal is to get across the blocks without landing on the wrong ones.
Okay, first we'll get rid of the 2y so we can solve for x. Then we'll add 3x and regular x to get 4x. Then we'll subtract 23 from -5 to get -20a. And we'll divide 4x by 4 to get x by itself. And we'll divide -28 by 4 to get -7. Then what we'll do is take an equation. In this case, we're going to get the top one and replace the x with -7. So it would be 3 times -7 plus 2y equals -5. And like this, we'll get, we'll solve for y. And then 3 times 7 is 3 times -7 is -21. And then we'll just add down the 2y and then -5. And we'll add 21. And what we do to one side, we do to the other. And then we'll get +16. And we'll bring down the 2y, divide by 2 to get y by itself. And we'll also divide 16 by 2 to get 8. Our final solution is -7 to +8. Go.
Look, he got it right, but here goes Karen. She got the first block right, second block right. She got the third block wrong.
We start off by multiplying -3 to the first equation and 4 to the second equation, which would be -24x. -18 equals -78, and then the second equation would be 24x plus 20y equals 84, and then the 24's cancel out, which would be 2y equals 6, and then we divide by 2 to both sides, and then y equals 3. And then to solve for x, we would do the top equation, multiply by 3, which would be 8x plus 18 equals 26, and then we would subtract 18 to both sides, which would be 8x equals 8, and then we would divide by both sides 8, and then x equals 1, and the solution would be 1 through 3.
She also got that one right. Now Crystal's turn. She gets the first block right. Duh.
First, what you have to do is
she got the second one wrong. She forgot.
And then multiply the second equation by 9. And then you just have to multiply it by each number. So 18x plus 8y equals 54. And for the second one, it'd be -18x plus 90y, and then that equals to -54. And then you can put the line to solve it, and then that cancels out, and then that would equal 0. So then you rewrite the equation. 98 divided by 98, you have to do the opposite and you do it to the other side too. So then y equals 0, and then you rewrite the first equation, and then you replace the y with the 0. That's what y equals. And then you have to rewrite the equation. 4 equals 0. So then you do 9, the opposite is dividing it. So then you have to divide the 27 by the 9.
and then x equals to 3 because 27 divided by 9 equals 3. So then you rewrite your equation, the x going first. So it would be 3 to 0.
Oh, she also got this one right. Now it's Juan's turn. He got the first block right. He got the second one right. He got the third one right. He got the fourth one
To solve
wrong.
this problem, I'm going to need to cancel out one of the variables. So I'm going to cancel out the x variable first. To do that, I'm going to times the top equation by 7 and multiply the bottom by 5. So now my new equations are going to be 35x plus 70y equals negative 175. That's the top equation. So now the bottom equation is negative 35x minus 35y equals 35. So now that I have my new equations, I'm gonna solve. To solve, I'm gonna cross out the 35 because they both cancel each other out. Because one is negative, the other one is positive. So now that leaves me with 35y, and I'm gonna divide that by itself to get y by itself. And then so that leaves me with 35y equals negative 140. So I'm also gonna divide that by 35. So y equals negative 4. So now that I know what y equals, I'm going to insert it into an equation. So I'm going to use the top equation because it's easier for me, but you can use any. So the equation would be 5x plus 10, and in parentheses you do negative 4 because that's what y is. Your equation will be 5x plus 10 times 4 equals negative 25. So now you multiply the 10 and the negative 4 because y equals negative 4, so you multiply them. So now your equation would be 5x minus 40 equals negative 25. So you have to add 40 to cancel out the 40 on one side. So whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So you add 40 to the negative 25. So it'd be 5x equals 15. Now you have to get x by itself. So you divide 5x by 5, and you also do it to the other side. So x equals 3. So now since you solved the equation, you now have your x and y.
Okay, so who was the winner? It was me. 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 Whoa, let's go.
That's enough. Because of this, no one went.